Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for November 2nd. We are currently looking at the US Japanese yen pair. This pair gapped down, did fill the gap during this last session, did close up, had a very large range from high to low, not so high from open to close. We are expecting this pair to continue moving sideways with a bias that is sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 90.75, possibly as low as 89.00. Look for it to hit resistance there, and look for it to hit support here. Now let's switch over to the Euro USD. This pair closed up for today, pretty much moving sideways overall. Look for a bias that is sideways as well. Look for it to potentially go as high as 149.18, possibly as low as 146.19. Look for some resistance around 148.58, and look for some support around 146.75. Now switching to the pound US dollar pair, this pair formed a doji bar today. It did close up by 2 pips, but this could signal a potential breakout. We do have a pretty tight range here between pivot highs and pivot lows. I do anticipate a breakout to occur very soon. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 165.69, possibly as low as 162.29. Look for some resistance around 16500, and look for some support around 16300. Okay, now looking at the US Swiss, this pair did close down for this previous session. We are looking for it to continue moving sideways with a bias to this sideways. Look for it to potentially go as high as 1.0335 and possibly as low as 10106. Look for some resistance around 102.86 and look for some support around 10155. Well, that about does it for the charts. We do have the Australian dollar releasing their building approvals for the month of September. Consensus on this is being released around 7:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Consensus on this is that things have improved from negative 0.1% to a positive 2.3% year to date, moving from 0.0% to 8.2%. So this could definitely be good news for the New Zealand dollar. Now, what am I looking for during this next session? It actually brings about the New Zealand dollar. Let's take a look at what's been happening over the past couple of months. Pretty much since February of 09, it's just been tracking higher. Definitely keep this in mind as we look at this trade. Now we have, excuse me, we have some pretty heavy support right here. If you look at the trend line, draw the trend line across the long term. So we've pretty much tagged this low, and we are looking for it to move higher. Basically, we have some key support and possibly resistance here for this one. Support for these two pairs, and resistance for this bar. So we have support that's turned in, or resistance that's turned into support, and then support that's turned into resistance. Definitely look for that area to be a breakout area, and we're looking at it from right about here, the 0.9121 area. Now, where's our first potential area that it could hit some resistance? Well, the first area would probably be in this realm around the 0.9200 area. I know that says 6, but around that area. And the next potential place, of course, is up here around the 0.9290 level. So if you look to go long, lock in some profits around 80. Definitely look for it to potentially go 160. I would use an 80 pip stop loss on this one. Basically, we're looking for a break and look for it to move on up, go to break even. And, as you push higher, you can lock in profits when you hit the 100 mark. And then around 150, go ahead and take your profit. Or you could see if it would run. Like I said, if you back out the chart and draw your trend lines long term, this pair is doing nothing but moving higher. So keep that in mind. Well, that about does it for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.